Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chris, aka the IT guy, and I'm great to see you here on my YouTube channel. If you are new here, we do some programming videos, we do networking videos, we do some tutorial about how to install, and today we're going to see on how to install the Codeblocks on Windows 10. And we're going to do this in step by step, and at the end of the video we will be having the same results, and we will be testing if you are successful while installing our software that you're going to do in this video. And before we proceed to installing these Codeblocks, I can tell you that Codeblocks is the IDE that is very helpful when you are going to code in C or C++, and you have to configure what you call GCC or to ignore compiler correction so as to be able to learn these C and C++ programs. And before we proceed, I have to check if there is no previous GCC installation, and I will go in the CMD like this one, and I will type GCC hyphen version like this one. And once it returns that GCC is not recognized as an internal or external command, I will be needing to install it, and you have to continue to watch this video to see on how it's done. Okay, let me go ahead and close my command prompt. We don't need it right now, and go on your favorite browser. In this case, I'm using Chrome. I'm going to open it, and in the search bar, I'm going to type Codeblocks like this one and press enter. And the first link that will come will be from codeblocks.org, and that is now and some description around here, and it is telling us that Codeblock is a free open source cross-platform IDE that supports multiple compilers including GCC, Krang, and Visual C++. And you can read more about it, and what you are going to do on here is to go and click on the first link, and to bring all of this one, and what we are going to do is to go on the left, and you will see where it is written downloads. Go ahead and place on there, and there will be some releases, and I'm going to go and click on download the binary release. And once I click on there, I'll scroll down all the way down where it is written Microsoft Windows, and I'm going to choose this setup that is called Ming setup, and I'm going to go ahead and click on this for the hub or for the sourceforge.net source. I'm going to choose this one. And once we reach here, we have to wait for 5 seconds for the download to start. And once as I'm talking, it is now going to start. So we have to give it a go, and I'm going to press start download, and we have to wait a couple of minutes for this to be downloaded. And the speed will depend upon your internet connection or the speed of your computer, or it can affect the download speed. So we're going to wait for this, and meanwhile I can go ahead and minimize my browser, so I have to have a clean workspace to see what's going on here. Alright, cool. Now this is complete. I'm going to go ahead and open our setup so as to start the installation processes, and I want you to go with me on this because there are some tricky steps on here. So I'm going to go ahead and press on yes, and the setup is going to start in a bit. Alright, this is now the Codeblocks first screen, and you can see now there is now this installer wizard for Codeblocks, and I'm going to go ahead and press on next. And if you have any time, you can go and read through the license agreement, but in this case let me pretend that I read all about that one, and I'm going to click on agree, and it will show us the types of installation. If you want to just install everything, you will have to leave them checked, but if you want to exclude some and include the others, you can go ahead and customize according to your wish. In this case, I'm going to leave them as they are, and I'm going to click on next, and I will be prompted to choose for the destination folder, and by default it will choose my program files, and to create another folder that is called Codeblocks, and that is where our files will be stored, and where my Codeblocks will be installed. In this case, I'm okay with that one. If you want to change or if you want to change anything about here, you can go ahead and click on browse, but I like to leave the default for the sake of making it run smoothly without any errors. So I'm going to press install, and I have to wait for a couple of minutes for this to be done. And once this is done, we will continue with further processes. Alright, and once the installation is done, it will ask if you want to learn the Codeblocks, and on this case let me choose no, and that is because there is some other things that we want to configure right here. So I'm going to go ahead and choose no, and I will click on next, and I will finish the setup. And once you come here and try to search for the GCC again, you can see that it is now not yet recognized, and we have to do some other steps furthermore. So I'm going to go and browse my file system. I will go on Explorer, and I will go on local disk C. I will go on program files, and I will choose where I installed my Codeblocks. In this case, it is in this folder right here. I'm going to open this one, and once we are in this folder, you can see that there is a lot of things on here. So I'm going to choose this main folder, and inside this folder I can go in bin, and in this case I can try to learn some CMD here, so as to see if I can be able to allocate my GCC. When I try to do like this one, you can see that at the level of this folder I can be able to reach this GCC, and what we're going to do is to include our GCC in the GCC path in our environment variables. To do that, I'm going to go on the top right here, and I'm going to go back one more time and go forward one more time, and I'm going to go on here and do this, and I have to copy address. And once I'm done copy address, I will go on this PC, and I will go on and do right click, go to properties, and once I am in properties, I will go to advanced system settings, and once I am here, I'm going to go on environment variables, and in this case I'm going to go on path, and I will go on edit, and I will have to press on new, and I will have to paste that path on here, and I press OK. And I will do the same for the system variable too. I'm going to go on edit, and I will go to new, and I will paste the same path, and I will go and press OK, and OK again, and OK again. And we have to close all this one, and we have to check if it can be recognized while we are in command prompt. And I will go on the run and type CMD like that one, and press OK, and type GCC -- version. And you can see now, from now on, we are able now to call our GCC from our command prompt without navigating through the whole path. Okay, I hope you find this helpful. And now we are ready to open our Codeblocks, and you have to do some tests in it. I'm going to double click on Codeblocks to open it, and we have to wait for a couple of seconds for this IDE to be opened. And as you can see, this is now the opening screen, so we have to wait. And you can see now it is detected our compiler as the new GCC compiler. I'm going to go ahead and press OK, and let's see. And now this is now the first screen that is showing us. It is asking us to choose if you want to leave everything as it is, or if you want to do any other thing. And there is an option to choose this association for the C and C++ file types, and I want to associate the Codeblocks with all those file types like C or C++ files. And once I click OK, I will be having this empty canvas. That's how I'm going to call this one, and I can try to create an empty file. And let me go and press a new empty file, and in this case I'm going to try to write some C codes. For example, let me say I need to write some C codes like here to test if it works, and let me say, for example, like this one. And I'm going to type, for example, print, and hello world. Hello world like this, and don't forget the semicolon. And I'm going to, of course, return this like this one. And let's try to save it. And I'm going to save file as, and I'm going to choose the location on where I want to save the file. I'm going to leave it in my document, and I'm going to call this one test.c. And the reason why we are adding .c is because we want to tell the compiler that this is the C program file that we created, and in this case it will look like this one. And once we try to learn it, and it will ask if you want to breathe it, if it is not breathe yet, and I'm going to go ahead and place on yes to breathe it, and we have to wait for a couple of seconds for this to be done. And once it is now successful, you can see that the hello world is printed on our screen. You can go ahead and change to however message that you need. For example, I can say please subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, YouTube channel for more videos. All right, and once I'm gonna cross this one. Once I go and learn this again, you can see that let's see why it is not. Let me breathe it first, and you can see that subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Okay, that is how you can install this Codeblocks. I hope you guys will find this video very interesting and helpful. Let me know in the comment if you met with any error or any problem. And if you liked this video, don't hesitate to go ahead and give it a thumbs up or give it a like. And if you are coming on the channel for the first time, please leave this message. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for the more videos, and like always, stay cool, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.